Thank you, Senator Wallman. Senator Howard.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We were on the floor dealing with this bill 2 years ago, and I saved some of the information from that debate, one of which was an article that was handed out by Senator Mello, and I'm going to quote from that today. A Schuyler, Nebraska doctor voiced frustration Wednesday as he described the fallout he has already seen from the loss of government-funded prenatal care for some low-income women. One pregnant woman opted for an abortion 3 weeks ago because she felt she couldn't afford to pay for prenatal care, said Dr. John Jackson of Memorial Hospital in Schuyler. A second patient is seriously considering terminating her pregnancy, although the doctor is trying to talk her out of it. Several pregnant women among his mostly Hispanic patients in the meatpacking town have quit coming for prenatal visits because of the out-of-pocket costs, he said, and one asked if he would come to her house to deliver the baby. Jackson said that women are doing the math. With incomes as little as $150 every 2 weeks, it's hard to pay for $50 diabetes tests or the $750 to $1,000 cost of prenatal care. By comparison, an abortion at a Lincoln clinic costs $500 to $550. If you actually want to solve the immigration problem, solve that, the family physician said. Why am I putting a baby's life at risk? That's not right. Jackson spoke Wednesday shortly after a bill was killed in the Nebraska legislature that would have restored government funding prenatal care for low-income pregnant women, including many who are immigrants. Now, I've gotten a number of, and I'm sure you all have, of emails on this issue, and some of these are, here's one, the most important months of a person's life are the first ones, and since that is when the brain is developing in its structure, the most effective way to protect a child's brain before birth is considered prenatal care beginning in the first trimester. The physician is able to spot the trouble before it becomes dangerous to the infant's development. Prenatal care is the best investment we can make in children's health, learning, and lifetime achievement. Please support LB599 and allow all of Nebraska's children to receive the prenatal care every child deserves. And this was sent by a good friend of mine, Dr. Ann Coyne of the School of Social Work. Again, you don't have to come down on one side of the choice issue or the pro-life issue to understand the importance of prenatal care. And here's a letter that was sent to me by a constituent in my district. Please consider supporting LB599 that restores prenatal care through Medicaid. In 2010, low-income women lost this coverage. As a consequence, many expectant mothers lack prenatal care, have more stillbirths, and give birth to less healthy children. This leads to more heartache and more need for state expenditures to care for the sick and weak children as they grow. Not only is prenatal care the right thing to do, the moral, the ethical, just the thing to do, but it would also save the state money. LB599 is, well, at that time in general file. She wrote in here, I believe in life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness for all, and I vote to save the life of the baby. And this was Joyce. A similar letter from Patty. Women in our community really need this service provided so their babies will have half a chance to life. I appreciate my constituents and my friends who have stood up with me on this issue. For me, there's no halfway on it. Protecting children is the most important thing we can do, and giving children a chance to be born healthy is certainly at the top of that list. Thank you, Mr. President. I stand to override this veto. I hope we can stand together, and I hope we can provide care for these children so that they do have half a chance at life.